Massive updates are coming to Throne and Liberty with a new Rune update introducing life skills, a new area, massive changes to the combat, the way we skill our characters, and a lot more. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Teddy, and if you enjoy the Throne and Liberty content and want to see more on release, be sure to sub, turn on all those notifications, and without further ado, let's just jump into this, shall we? Starting off the list is going to be with the combat. Now our skills are going to have more ways to customize it with having focus skills. These skills will dramatically change how combat is, because I know a lot of players did complain about how the original combat looked. Now, with all of the new changes that are coming with the abilities to go ahead and slot different skills, this will change how you start doing combat. The devs did say that this will start at level 30 onwards, so what this means is early end content will still be slow and sluggish compared to end game, but once you hit level 30, it should start feeling a lot better. Not only does this skill add a different type of customization to your skills, but it will transform how the skills react too. The devs here are showing the original combat skills before any of the traits have been added onto the skills. And on this side is some of the examples of the skills that can be transformed and what they look like. I'm pretty good with the shield throw and with the skill transformation. You can see it's bouncing off of everyone. Again, with the two-handed sword, the original skill. And here is the transformation. This will add a whole new level of customization in terms of your skills, so now you can better tailor your character to how you see fit. But don't worry, there are more changes to the combat and how we can customize our classes, more to come. A lot of players did complain about how hard it was to go ahead and gear and continue going on with the dungeons, so they are adjusting the gearing process and the level of difficulty needed for completing the dungeons. It should feel a little bit smoother, but we'll have to wait and see how those changes do feel when they go live. Throne and Liberty is getting new challenging bosses to give more of a challenge. So not only can you go and queue up solo, you can also queue up with a group too. This should give us more content to go and grind for, but we'll have to wait. Not only are we getting the changes in the difficulty of the bosses, but we're also getting new rewards. The reward screen will change, and now you can see which buffs are active, the level of difficulty, and the rewards will change depending on the level of difficulty that you change it to. They're adding a new mechanic to the bosses that will allow you to not instantly fail the boss on the earlier difficulties. As the difficulty gets higher, this mechanic will be removed, and it will progress into a normal boss fight, then a harder boss fight, and then the hardest boss fight. This should have players learning the mechanics a lot easier so they can better prepare themselves for the higher difficulty. Not only are they addressing the combat and the gear situation with the dungeons, but they're also adding runes to the game. These runes act just like how the gems would in, say, World of Warcraft, or originally how Black Desert had it. Now, like the games previously mentioned, you will have to unlock the socket before you can place said rune into it. This will require a new hammer. According to the devs, we are able to get these hammers while playing. As for the runes, these will start adding different effects to your weapons, like increased attack speed, wisdom, mana regen, etc. Runes, unfortunately, looks like it can only be placed on your accessories and your weapons at the moment. This is totally fine, adding a whole new level of customization that you can add to each of your classes now. These runes can be leveled up just like with the skills and all of the equipment. I know a lot of players did complain about the random stats that appeared on all the gear that was crafted and dropped, so NCSoft is addressing this in the future update. Here is what the new system will look like. And apparently a new random conversion system is now available. This will show you the probability of the stat that you're currently going to roll for, and they also added a new conversion stone. These stones will be able to be purchased from the guild store, so joining a guild and participating in guild activities is going to be a must. You can see where to get the stat stones. This system here will allow you to be able to have more of a way to tell what stats you are applying onto your gear. I'm not sure how well this will work out, and I'm going to have to play around with it, but at least they're going to try to address the whole random attributes being spawned on your gear. Instead of having to go out and re-grind for more, we can go and try to convert the attributes into something else. Weapons are also getting a new overhaul with the new resonance effect that has been added. This is a new system that will bring up a whole new UI. The stats that are activated when all the characteristics of the weapon is maxed out, you can obtain a type of resonance. The characteristics will change of the weapon that you are currently adding the resonance attribute to. I'm not sure what that will entitle. And it looks like these two can be changed if you don't like the stat that you have. I would really like to see this whole system in play so I can have better understanding, because I'm American. I don't really understand Korean. For those who enjoyed the field hunting, don't worry, NCSoft has heard and they're going to address that too. With this update, they are increasing the drop rate of the items from the monsters that we are out there hunting. Originally, the more players that you had in your group, the less drops that you get. So now it should go ahead and normalize the drops. So if you have more people in there, you're not really going to feel the lower drop rate. Now they're recommending that we do play as a party. So they're fully emphasizing the whole group play and group aspect of Throne and Liberty, which is great. I did appreciate this whole having to play with groups. And they're increasing the points so that you can go out there and enjoy grinding for a lot longer. There is more coming, like life skills and housing. As mentioned, they're now adding fishing into the world. This will be introduced the 24th for Korea, and then we will have this on release. It's a nice casual little life skill that we can do and catch fish. This can be done in the beaches and the river. I'm gonna have to try it out. Not only do we get fishing, but we also get cooking. We can now cook buff foods and guild food. I'm not sure what that means. It'll probably be buffs for the guild for any of the guild raids. But not only do we get to cook buff foods, but we can also cook food to list up onto the cash shop. So maybe we can possibly start making cash shop currency using our life skills. They do plan to add a fishing zone for fishing competitions, more fish, and other things later on. So keep an eye out for that. We now have the new toy expedition, which is a way to go and farm for new toys for the housing system that's now being introduced. This should be a cute little gimmick and should make you go out and try to get the toys for the housing. As you can see, this is an example of one of the houses that can be bought. This system is coming out for Korea the 24th, but we will be getting this on release, I think. So for all of you guys that enjoyed the housing content in other games, don't worry, we are getting it here too. Let's be real. It does look cute. I would like to have a house in Throne and Liberty to see the customization, if I can build things on for it, furniture, just the customization options for it. And just when you thought all the content was done, wait, there is more. They have introduced a whole new region. This is going to be like an expansion level type of update. New dungeons, new gear, new bosses, the whole enchilada. So let's check it out. Already, as you can see, there is a whole new area that is coming out. That looks like a nice world boss to go participate in, but that could be a guild boss. I'm not exactly sure. New ruins, a new castle, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a dungeon. They did mention 5 new dungeons coming out. And again, it looks like another dungeon. Or it could be one of the areas. I'm not sure. It does look interesting. The world building is very, very beautiful for this game. I can't lie. More environments, which is, it's pretty. I'm not sure if they're going to be adding any raids in, but these dungeons do look pretty fun. That might be a dungeon or a world boss. I'm not exactly sure, but as many players as there was, I'm thinking that was a dungeon. Now that is interesting. Naval combat, or is that siege combat on a boat? And then we have the new castle. And that castle does look amazing. And I'm pretty sure we might get to fight over that, or that might be another dungeon. With this new expansion update comes whole new challenges. We're getting bosses, and I'm pretty sure these are the new individual solo challenges, the secret dungeons. These fights do look entertaining, and I can't wait to join in on them. More field dungeons are coming out. We have 3 new field dungeons coming out. And remember, these are coming out the 24th for Korea, and then we should be getting them on release. These field dungeons do come with cool little effects. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll have to wait for the Korean release to see what these effects are. There's the new 5 dungeons that they did mention. These dungeons will offer you tier 2 accessories now, fully allowing us to get full tier 2 gear. Unfortunately for Korea, they will be opened up in a 2-week interval up until the global release. I'm not sure if this will be opened up for us on release, but that is something to look forward to. And that's pretty much everything that's coming for the global release of Throne and Liberty. Of course, there will be things that might come later on, but for Korea, they are getting their massive update the 24th. So let me know how you guys feel about this update. If you guys are looking forward to Throne and Liberty's global release, if you guys are going to be playing it, I'm all ears. I'm kind of curious about it. And me personally, I'm going to be playing it when it comes out on the side of Black Desert. But without further ado, if you guys enjoyed the content and want to see more, be sure to check out the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Keep gathering out there.